Section 35 of the Scotland Act, a procedure that has not been used in almost a quarter of a century of the existence of the Scottish Parliament. In my view, there are no grounds to challenge this legislation. It is within the competence of the Scottish Parliament. It doesn't affect the operation of the Equality Act, and it was passed by an overwhelming majority of the Scottish Parliament after very lengthy and very intense scrutiny by MSPs of all parties represented in the Parliament. So if there is a decision to challenge, then in my view it will be quite simply a political decision, and I think it will be using trans people, already one of the most vulnerable, stigmatised groups in our society, as a political weapon, and I think that will be unconscionable and indefensible and really quite disgraceful. There is a bigger issue of principle here, and I'll come on to Keir Starmer's comments in this context.
I think lots of people have got concerns about this new bill in Scotland, about the impact it will have on women and children's safety. So I think it's completely reasonable for the UK government to have a look at it, understand what the consequences are for women and children's safety in the rest of the UK, and then decide on what the appropriate course of action is. So what I'd say is, first of all, I'm really sad and I'm disappointed about the disruption that is being caused to so many people's lives, particularly at Christmas time. When it comes to, let's be honest, it's a difficult question of setting public sector pay. The government has acted fairly and reasonably in accepting all the recommendations of the public sector pay review bodies. It's an independent process that government has listened to. I'd urge everybody who's travelling at the moment to just please check before you make your journey so you know what's happening.